Good day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we're going to discuss basically what is a healthy amount of gold to carry in World of Warcraft retail, and basically how you can figure out, give or take, how much gold you should probably have on your character at any given time. Bear in mind firstly that if you really want to hoard gold, if you want your bags to show hundreds of thousands of gold, that's more than fine. Basically, to cut a long story short, especially in terms of gold, more is better than less. As always, like in real life, more money, more problems. In World of Warcraft, more money, less problems. Please bear in mind as well that there are specific functions in game that act as gold sinks. So for a lot of players to understand this, you need to know what a gold sink is. Basically, a gold sink is a activity in the game that is literally designed to cost a ton of gold. That is the entire premise of the part of the game. So the entire meaning behind it is to basically expend your gold. That's things like black market auction house, where often players will find items that are in excess of 500,000, 1,000,000 gold, and certain mounts will also cost certain amounts of gold, hundreds of thousands, 200,000s, etc. So I'm going to mainly be talking about how you can kind of be carrying a solid amount of gold that will enable you to at any given time kind of do what you want and figure out how to figure that out for yourself. So let's talk a little bit about, obviously, what is a healthy amount of gold. Retail gold has massive inflation. Every expansion, the amount that a healthy amount of gold is roughly going to go up by a solid 15 to 20%, depending on how many sources of gold they provide. This is just makes sense. For example, when you complete daily chests, pinnacle chests, or weekly chests, you're getting 1,000, 1,500 gold. Materials in live expansions tend to be worth more than materials in prior expansions, just due to the fact that for the most part you'll be making current weaponry and armor. And so inflation in MMOs tends to always go up. So you will always need to reevaluate what is a healthy amount of gold. Right now, in this expansion, I would say a healthy amount of gold to have is probably anywhere ranging between 100 to 200,000 gold. Like, I would say if you are over 100,000 gold on your character, let's not even talk account, on your character, that generally enables you to do what you want to do. For example, that should enable you to craft at least 2 BIS crafted gears for your character. Like, a great example is my character. I crafted this Everforged longsword. Buying all the materials cost me around about, to have it the way I want it, with the exact stats and with the extra enchants and etc, probably cost me around about 40,000, I want to say, on my server. So from that perspective, I would say being able to craft 2 or 3 of those is going to be absolutely crucial in terms of evaluating your account. And that's generally how I'll always evaluate my account. Like, I will always value my account on what am I able to do at this point in time. Am I able to purchase a mount, an item, etc. That brings me to my second value of evaluation, or method of evaluation. If you go to vendors, mount vendors, or things like that, where they're selling the mount for gold, generally the going rate nowadays for a mount is around about 50,000 gold if they are not for an in-game currency. So generally, if you're grinding and rep farming, you don't want to have gold being your stopping point So I would say for the most part, having about 100,000 gold to 200,000 gold will let you purchase a mount, purchase a weapon, purchase this, and basically come out okay with that character. Account wide, generally a healthy account gold wise, like a healthy account, probably obviously, based on server, wants to be sitting anywhere between 500,000 to 1,000,000 gold. That would be like a super healthy account. Like I would say that's a good account. That guy can essentially buy himself, depending on your server, maybe one WoW token. If you're a serious player, you want to sit at that range. If you're a casual player, your gold balance does not matter. Like if you're a super casual player, don't worry so much about your gold. Hey, and if you want to buy WoW tokens to give yourself gold, be my guest. It's entirely up to you. When it comes to other things in the game, I think honestly it's all very much dependent on your viewpoint. I know a lot of players will say that generally speaking, to have a healthy account gold wise, you should always be able to buy a WoW token to exchange for currency. On my server, WoW tokens are quite expensive. On other servers, they're not so expensive. But either way, I think a WoW token from a casual point of view is not a fair metric. I think it should always be, are you able to build 1 or 2 BIS items and buy a mount? Because that's what you want to do as a casual. WoW tokens are 330,000 gold. I could purchase this on my account. I will consider myself sitting with a very healthy gold balance. That's not gold that I make in 1 month. So spending all of it to buy a month would be cool, but isn't mandatory. In terms of making gold, it is not something you need to focus on. So if you are just a casual player, you will very easily get to a high-ish level of gold just by doing dailies, weeklies, etc. The big thing that a lot of players are probably going to have issues with is the services. So when I say the services, unfortunately, in World of Warcraft, people sell runs, like a lot. People will sell runs to complete raids, to complete Mythic Plus, etc. These can range from hundreds of thousands to gold, pretty much to end season where everyone discounts them terribly because they just want more money for the next season, to like 80k. Don't buy these, it ruins your whole experience. But obviously, if you want to use that as your metric, you can. Generally, I would say for me, most super healthy non-casual accounts want to be sitting at about, on a character you play a lot, 100 to 200k, and on your account you probably want to have at the minimum a WoW token, just in case you get, I don't know, fired or something, you really want to continue playing with Warcraft. If you are a super casual, don't worry about it. If you got 50k and you want to use that on your BIS weapon, cool. I think having around about that is more than fine. You can at least build yourself a really cool weapon with some grind, and I think that's really awesome. Or buy yourself a cool mount. Just wanted to make this video because it's a question I get sometimes. So yeah, that's it from me. Bye.